Now see over here. So this will be your 2n square by 6, n square by 3 plus 2n plus 1n, 3n by 6. It is your n by 2 plus 1 by 6 minus n square by 4 minus n by 2, 2n by 4 is n by 2 only, isn't it? And minus 1 by 4 plus n by 2 minus 1 and minus n by 2 will get cancelled out. N square by 3 minus n square by 4. So if I take its LCM, or LCM of 3, 4 is 12. LCM of 6, 4 is also 12. Right. So, and here I should multiply with 4. 4n square minus 3n square. It is your n square by 12.
सर ये ग्रुप डेटा वाला प्रॉब्लम है या फिर अनग्रुप वाला?
This is your ungroup because we have to take first and natural numbers, right? So we are having only data 1 to n. We are not having any frequency. So group data means we should have any frequency. Here we are not having any frequency. So that's why it is your ungroup data. Okay. So always identify this first. Okay. Now 1 by 6 minus 1 by 4. So its LCM is 12. So again here 2 minus 3 minus 1 by 12. So our final answer will be 1 by 12 into n square minus 1 or n square minus 1 by 12. Okay. So this is equal to n square minus 1 by 12, right? Or sigma square for first and natural number. So according to my advice, you should remember this as formula, because when we see probability in deep in later on, this formula will be directly useful when we are going to find variance of dice. Okay. So mean for first and natural numbers, ये तो आपको याद ही होगा, right? As well as this mean of first and natural numbers, I think you should all know, right? Easily. So remember this as formula. Okay. Now.
सर हमारा फॉर्मूला तो सिग्मा स्क्वायर से स्टार्ट होता है ना?
हाँ. Sigma square, yes, this is sigma square. Yes, so this is your formula of variance only, right? So if you want standard deviation, then square will go to this side. Okay, is it clear now? Okay, let me give you a few more notes with this. See here, sum of first and odd numbers is n square, and sum of first and even numbers or even natural numbers including 0 and excluding 0. I think this I have given you when we were seeing aptitude, but let us remember this once again. So if we are having odd numbers, even numbers, including 0, and even numbers excluding 0. So when you are taking all these even and odd numbers, right? Suppose how many, whatever numbers you are having, and you have to find sum of all this, right? We need to find sum of odd numbers or sum of even numbers excluding 0, sum of even numbers including 0. So odd numbers means this will be your 1, 2, 3. Even numbers including 0, 0, 2, 4. And even numbers excluding 0, it is your 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. And this is your sum of first n, right? Right. Suppose I am writing first n in terms of first n. Like in earlier case, I have taken sum of first n natural numbers. So here I am taking first and odd numbers. So suppose I am taking n equal to 3. So first 3 odd numbers are 1, 2, 3. First 3 even numbers including 0 are 0, 2, 4. First 3 even numbers excluding 0 are 2, 4, 6. Right. So sum of first n numbers including even numbers including 0, odd numbers, even number excluding 0. So this is your, for odd numbers it is n square, odd numbers including 0 is n square minus n, and excluding 0 is n square plus n, right? I think this I have given you already, isn't it? Okay. When we were seeing aptitudes, I think averages in aptitude, isn't it? Okay. So here, what will be their mean? Here your mean will be n minus 1. Okay. Here your mean will be n or not? Right. I have given you at that time mean. In terms of mean, I have given you, isn't it? Here I am giving you in terms of sum. So sum is n square minus n square and n square plus n. So your mean will be n minus 1 and n plus 1 respectively, means n minus 1 and n plus 1. Are you getting my point? Please give me some response. Is it clear? Okay. So here, this is your sum. Mean will be n minus 1. Right. Suppose let me write mean as well. So mean will be n minus 1 and n plus 1. Okay. Now let us see last formula of statistic, and then let us start our basic definition of probability. So, okay, last formula of statistics. It is your formula for combined mean and variance. So suppose they are going to give you two groups, and for this two group, you need to find this combined mean and variance. So how you can find that? Suppose you are having two different set of data. Suppose this is your first set, set 1, this is your second set, set 2. In first set of data, you are having n1 observations. In second set of data, you are having n2 observations. Here, first set of data having mean x1 bar, second set of data is having mean x2 bar. Variance of first set of data is sigma square or sigma 1 square. Variance of second set of data is sigma 2 square. Okay. So if I have to find its combined mean and variance, how I can find it? See over here. So its combined mean is defined as x bar c, means combined mean. So it is your combined total n1 x1 bar plus n2 x2 bar whole divided by n1 plus n2. Okay, because n1 x1 bar will give you sigma x for s1 and n2 x2 bar will give you sigma xi for s2. Okay. Now for combined variance, okay, for combined standard deviation, see over here, for combined variance, sigma square is equal to n1 sigma 1 square plus n2 sigma 2 square plus n1 d1 square plus n2 d2 square whole divided by n1 plus n2. Where your sigma 1 is standard deviation. We already know sigma 1 square is variance of S1, sigma 2 square variance of S2. What is D1 and D2? D1 is your difference of mean with combined mean. So D1 is your x1 bar minus x common bar, x1 bar minus combined x bar, and D2 is equal to x bar minus combined x bar. Okay, x2 bar minus combined x bar. So these are your formulae for combined mean and variance. Okay, so this is it, right? This is it in statistic. This is very easy questions and you can solve them very easily. Okay, so let us start probability now. Is it clear? Right. So statistic is having very less portion. You can expect 1 mark of question from statistic, not more than that, if it comes. Major questions will come from statistic only. Okay, so this is your intro, or I can say statistic. Now let us start our next page. Median and mode are not for gate. For gate, only mean and variance is there. Okay. Median and mode are not for gate. Okay. Only mean and variance. Now let us see basic probability. Now what is its basic definition? Okay. So from statistics, you can expect 1 mark to 2 mark questions, right? Majorly, you can expect from 1 mark only, but it can come from 2 mark. From probability, you can expect 3 marks questions. Okay. So these 3 marks are divided into 1 mark plus 2 mark. Right. 1 mark will be come from basic probability, one basic probability question. Okay. That we are learning today. And from 2 mark, you can expect this question from either Bayes theorem that we will see, and that is your next conditional probability, or from probability distribution function. Okay. So let us see this. First definition to learn probability is random experiment. That what is the meaning of random experiment? See over here. Unpredictable outcomes of the experiment is known as random experiment. Okay, that means you don't know that what this experiment will result to. You cannot predict. Okay, unpredictable outcomes. What is your experiment are of two types. One is deterministic, that you know that what will be your answer. Random means your answer can be anything. You are having different possibilities, right? Suppose in one water bottle, I am having water, right? I am opening its lid, right? And I am emptying this water bottle. Suppose I am having this one water bottle. I am having water over here, right? I am opening its lid. I am opening its lid, and I am just inverting this water bottle. What will happen? This water will go outside or not? So this experiment is random or deterministic? Deterministic, isn't it? Because we know that water will fall outside of the bottle towards the ground. Right, yes. So what is your random experiment? Those common examples that you are taking or learning from the starting of probability. That is tossing an unbiased coin, right? Your dice, picking up any card from a 52 cards, right? Deck of cards. These all are random, unpredictable. We cannot know. Yes, we are having options that we will get either head or tail, either heads or tail. But what? That no. So random experiment means unpredictable outcomes of the experiment. Okay. So it is your unpredictable outcomes of experiment. That experiment is known as random experiment. So its examples are tossing an unbiased coin. Now what is this meaning of unbiased coin? It is not biased, right? It is not biased to anybody. Means you are not doing any cheating over here. Not doing any cheating means there are coins available in the market, right? That on both the sides you will have head. So this is your bias towards heads, right? You must have remember movie Sholay or not, right? That in the end this suspense will open up. That on both the sides it was head. Mr. Amitabh Bachchan and Dharmendra. Is it clear? So that was your biased coin. So here we have to take unbiased coin. Okay. Rolling a die. Okay. And drawing a card from a pack of 52. Sure. Now, next definition. Sample space. The collection of all possible outcomes of the experiment is known as sample space. It is noted by S. Right. So for sample space for tossing an unbiased coin, what it will be? It is your heads or tails or not? Okay. Sample space for rolling a die is your 1, 2, 3, up to 6. And drawing a card from a pack of 52 cards. So here your cards can be anything, right? You are having 4 different symbols, isn't it? That either it can be club, spade, diamond, okay, anything. So you can have all 52 options. So sample space is collection of all possible outcomes of the experiment. Collection of all possible outcomes of the experiment is known as sample space. Now, event, because these are all your basics of probability, right? Because if you'll understand this, then questions will be easy. The outcomes of the experiment is known as event. Mathematically, event is a subset of sample space. Okay. So outcomes of an experiment. It is your events. So this all outcomes for unbiased coin, our outcomes are heads and tail. So this all are separately one event. Here 1, 2, 3 up to 6. All each and every term is one event. So getting a 1 is another event, getting 2 on die is another event, getting 6 on die is another event. Right. Drawing a card from a pack of 52 cards. So you are getting S, you are getting you are getting Jack, King, Queen, you are getting Jack of Diamond, you are getting Jack of Heart. So this is your one event. So outcomes of an experiment is known as event. And mathematically, event is your subset of sample space. Right. You all know what is subset and all these things, right? So your event is subset of sample space. Or if I am denoting event with E, so E is your subset of S. Okay. Now probability. Now, if you know this, what is random experiment, what is sample space, what is event, then you can define definition of probability, or you can define probability of any event. Okay. So probability of the event is defined as ratio between the favorable cases to the event divided by number of outcomes of the experiment. Okay. So probability of any event is defined as number of favorable outcomes to that event, right? That how many outcomes are favorable for that event, divide by total number of outcomes. Okay. Here, your outcomes should be mutually exclusive, equally likely, and exhaustive. And I will explain you all these three terms, right? Here, your outcomes should be mutually exclusive, equally likely, and exhaustive. Okay, I will explain you meaning of each and every term. So this is your definition of probability. So definition of probability of any event, if I need to find probability of any event, it is defined as number of favorable outcomes to that event divided by total number of outcomes Okay. And if I am taking that, suppose your number of favorable outcomes to any event is m. Okay. Suppose you are having any event and your number of favorable outcomes, give me a minute. Yes. So suppose I am writing like this, probability of E is equal to m by n. Here your number of favorable outcomes are m and total number of outcomes are n. Definitely your m will be always less than or equal to n. So your maximum value of probability will be 1, minimum will be 0. That also I will give you, don't worry. So what is this meaning of this? What is the meaning of exclusive, equally likely and exhaustive? So see, mutually exclusive. Exclusive means, let us take one example of coin only. So mutually exclusive. Exclusive का मतलब ये students, what is the meaning of exclusive? If you are watching any news channel, right? Suppose today you are watching this Aaj Tak. This is your Aaj Tak news channel. This is your Star news channel. Okay. So many a time when you are watching news channel, they will show up one thing, that it is exclusive, right? What is the meaning of exclusive, right? And it will be highlighted that yes, this is exclusive news. Exclusive news. Exclusive means only this channel contains this news. Only reporters of this channel are having this news. Not any other channel are having this news, or not any other channel is having this news. Is it clear? So this is your meaning of exclusive. So meaning of mutually exclusive over here is, so if I'm taking a coin, right? If I'm tossing a coin, now there are two chances. Either I will get tails or I will get head. So when I will get tails, so I should not get head. Okay. That is the case of mutually exclusive. Suppose I'm defining one event that I am getting tails. Another event I'm defining that I am getting head. Right. So in first event, if I'm getting tail, so in that event, I should not define that I will also get head. In that chance only, right? In that experiment only. So if I'm tossing a coin once, if I'm getting head, then I'm not getting tails, and if I'm getting tails, I'm not getting head. Is it clear or not? So this is your mutually exclusive. Next, equally likely. Equally likely means chances of getting, suppose here I am having two outcomes. So both the outcomes should have same chances. Okay. That tails can also come, suppose I'm tossing this coin 100 times, 1000 times, 1 lakh times. So if I'm tossing a coin 100 times, then 50 times it should come tails and 50 times it should come head. Okay, this is your meaning of equally likely. If I'm tossing this 1000 times, then it should come 500 times heads and 500 times tails. Okay. And exhaustive. Meaning of exhaustive is, so meaning of mutually exclusive in terms of sets. See, because we are going to write, this probability has a very high relation with sets as well, right? So your set theory should be also clear. Suppose I'm defining two event E1 and E2, those are mutually exclusive. That means E1 intersection E2 is 5, right? Their intersection is 5, null set. There is not anything common between them. Because if any element is in E1, then it should not be in E2. If any element is in E2, it should not be in E1. Okay. In the same way, for exhaustive, meaning of exhaustive is collectively all your events should define your sample space. So if I add all these events, E1 union E2, it can give you sample space. E1 union E2 should be sample space, right? So total possible ways of selecting the event from sample space. Exhaustive means if all your events are exhaustive. Exhaustive means their union should be sample space. So check over here. Here tails union head is equal to head and tail or not. Right. This is our sample space. And this is tail and head. This is our event 1 and this is our event 2. Okay. So these three words are clear or not? First, you should be thorough with these three words. That what is the meaning of mutually exclusive, what is the meaning of equally likely, what is the meaning of exhaustive. because we are going to define so many different terms in probability based on these three different terms: mutually exclusive, equally likely, and exhaustive. Okay. So for mutually exclusive, your intersection of E1 and E2 should be 5. For equally likely, your all the events, not all the events, but all the I can say elements of sample space, right? All the, here we are having two elements, so both should have equal chances, right? Here all there are 6 elements, so all 6 should have equal chances. All should get equal chance. Here all 52 should get equal chance. Okay. Is it clear? Please give me some response. And exhaustive means their union should give us sample space, right? Their union will give their union should give us sample space. Okay. So please type in chat box if it is clear. If it is clear, then I can give you some more notes as well. If it is not clear, then we can think we can discuss them again. Okay, equally likely. Okay. See over here. So for equally likely, if I am tossing one coin 1000 times, so tails should come 500 times and heads should come 500 times. If I am tossing this coin 10,000 times, so this should come 5,000 times and this should come 5,000 times. That means both should get equal chances. Okay. Your coin should not be biased that you are getting head more time and tails less time. Right. Your all the elements should get equal chances. Suppose you are rolling a die. Right. Suppose you are rolling a die for 6,000 times or 600 times. Suppose. Right. So from this 600, your 1 should come 100 times, 2 should come 100 times, 3 should come 100 times, 4 should come 100 times, 5 should come 100 times, 6 should come 100 times. Okay. Plus or minus 1 vary you can have, right? Suppose from 100, any one number is coming 99 times and any other number is coming 101 times, that is okay. Right? That is your practical. This all is your theoretical approach, probability. Right? This is not your practical approach. What is your practical approach and why we are connecting this theoretical approach with practical approach? Because the persons or mathematicians like Professor R.F. Fisher, how he has defined statistic. So roots of this probability lie on that experiment only. There are two types of probabilities. One is experimental probability and this is empirical probability. So this all are your empirical probability, right? Empirical probability means we are finding probability based on formulae, based on this formula, right? Experimental probability means you are first doing experiment and then finding probability based on that experiment. So first, when initially different mathematicians have applied this applications. So first they have found this or they have coined this toy. They have tossed this coin. They tossed this coin for several times, 1,000 times and million times, and they have observed the probability of heads and tails. So when number of experiment or that number of tossing this coin was increased from 100 to 1,000 and 1,000 to 1 lakh and 1 lakh to 10 lakh, their probability of head and probability of tails will tend to half. Right? It was tending to half. Are you getting my point? So both should have equally likely chance means your both should get equal chance of outcome. If I'm rolling a dice for 6,000 times, so all the elements should come for 1,000 times. Is it clear now? Okay. Please type in chat box if it is clear. Okay. So let us see few rules of probability. Rules. These rules are also referred as axiomatic approach. Right. Axiomatic means this all are your axioms. Okay. We have to take them as a by default. So see over here, your first definition, the first rule, your probability of sample space is 1. Right, probability of sample space, that is getting all the outcomes, is 1. Probability of any event, it will always lie between 0 to 1. Okay. It will be 0 for impossible event and it will be 1 for certain or sure event. So it will be 0 for impossible event. It will be 1 for sure event. Or certain event. Okay. Now, third, if you have to find probability of union of all the events, right? If you have to find probability of union of all the events, and this union is from, suppose you are having n events in general from 1 to n. If you have to find probability of union of all events, you can find by adding them directly, but in certain conditions you cannot add them directly in all the cases. You can add them when your all events are disjoint. What is the meaning of disjoint? Mutually exclusive. Okay. When your all events are mutually exclusive. Disjoint is another name of mutually exclusive. And what is the meaning of mutually exclusive? Right, already we have seen their intersection should be phi or not. Okay. So mutually exclusive means E1 intersection E2 intersection E3 up to intersection En, that is intersection of all these events should be null. Okay. And the sigma means addition. So I can write this in another manner as well. So probability of union of all the events from 1 to n, if all events are disjoint or mutually exclusive, then it is your directly sigma or sum of probability of E1 plus E2 up to probability of En. Okay. So it is your sigma of probability of E1 to En. Is it clear? Okay. Now let me give you first classification of events, that how many events you have to deal with, how many types of events, right? Such as we have seen mutually exclusive over here. And that classification I will show you with the help of Venn diagram. You all know this Venn diagram, right? So this is your universal set, and here I can say it is your sample space. Okay. In probability, we are going to use this Venn diagram, right? Especially in simple probability. Okay, rule 3 once again. Okay, rule 3 I will explain you from this Venn diagram only, right? So let me explain you this rule 3 for this Venn diagram. First, we'll see this Venn diagram for 2 events, and from these 2 events, I will generalize this for n events. Okay. Now I am taking events My mouse has stopped working. Give me a minute. Wait. What is it doing? I'm not able to drag this. 1 minute. Let me close this PDF. Oh, sorry, one not. Just a minute, students. It is being opened up. Students, I think one not open होने में बहुत time ले रहा है. It is not being opened up. Okay, and we are already having 2 minutes. So no issue. This we will learn tomorrow. Okay, I'll explain. I'll start tomorrow's class from here. Okay. So let us skip till here only. Take care of your health. Be safe. Okay. So we'll meet tomorrow. Okay, students? Is it okay? Okay. Hello. Am I audible now? You can hear me, right? Okay. Okay. Great. Thank you, everyone.